All right. We are going live. Checking out everything, making sure the stream is progressing correctly. Okay. Looks like my fan was making a lot of noise into the mic. That should be much better now. Okay. Looks like my fan was making a lot of noise into the mic. That should be much better now. No, it seems like there's... Okay. Looks like my fan was making a lot of noise into... Seems like, is there a lot of noise in the background? What's happening here? Always issues when you're trying to stream, right? Making sure. Always issues when you're trying to stream, right? Making sure. Always issues when you're trying to stream, right? Is there any interference? Can you hear anything in the background there? Sure. Always issues when you're trying to stream, right? Is there any interference? Can you hear anything in the background there? Sure. Always issues when you're trying to stream, right? Is there any interference? Can you hear anything in the background there? Sure. Always issues when you're trying to stream. Alright. I need to pull up my chats. Where are my chats? I need to make sure I mute. Normally I should be able to see. Alright. See what's going on here. It's hot in here. I need to open this door. Alright, doesn't sound like background, so let me see if I turn on. Can I get my fan back on? Looks like I can have my fan with no sound interference. No, I can hear it. Okay. How about if I lowered that down? Alright. I used to be able to see all my chats on one screen, and now it's not in the right spot. So, Restream changed their stuff here, which is not very helpful. So I'm just gonna have to move my windows here, so pardon me while I make some adjustments here. Okay, this is how I used to do it here. All right, hello. Am I being heard clearly, and is there any background noise? mic might be a little bit too close to me. Test. There is some background noise, right? Alright, I turned it off. Let's see if there's... I wonder if that's picking it up from another room. Okay, how does it sound now? No, is there any background noise right now? Okay, so I guess I gotta have my fan off. That's annoying because it is a bit warm in here. No big noise, no background noise. Okay, let me test my music. What the heck is my music here? Is that too loud? Yeah, that's... I might just have to add that later. All right, well, we're gonna pause that music for a minute, and we'll just get started now. All right, guys. Well, welcome. We are back to streaming on Twitch and YouTube. Some of you might be watching this playback on YouTube. Some will be watching it on live on Twitch. But either way, you can tune in live on YouTube and or Twitch, whichever you prefer, to catch up on it. We're going to be trying to do some at least weekly streams. But we're gonna try to maybe do more than that. You know, it's a work in progress. This whole operation is just me solo, so I'm gonna try to stream as much as I can and show you guys as much gameplay and the new stuff that we got going on. So hopefully you're familiar with the game already and you know about Animus, the draft building card game, and there already exists a core set out that's a versus mode that you can play with other players, and there is an expansion set that was released that will let you play solo or cooperative. We're gonna be playing I am gonna be playing the solo version here, and basically show you guys the new set that's gonna be coming out, the new core set that is going to be called Shattered Fantasy, that is going to be new content for players to play versus each other, as well as I'm going to be showing a very early peek at the next expansion set that will add more content for the solo and multiplayer, which a lot of people really have not seen yet. So that's kind of cool. We're going to see a lot of new stuff, and again, I do remind you that this is all still in playtest phase, so a lot of things may change between now and final release. But if you look on the screen, all the can I move this? All the content for the game is already planned out, so you can see here these are all the different sets that are eventually going to be out for the game. Some of the titles may change because it's not completely set in stone yet, but again, all work in progress. So anyway, for those that have been following the story, or if you rather the other way around, if you don't know what the story is, in the first game in Vanishing Point, there was a cataclysm. There were these entities that wanted to control the universe, and they basically broke something called the singularity, which basically keeps the multiverse stable. They basically broke it, and it released a a bunch of energy, which gave a bunch of people different superpowers, but it also has made the multiverse unstable, and so some of the entities like it that way and want to accumulate more power for themselves. Others want to harness this power to try to use it to fix everything, and you as the player can just kind of be whatever you want. You pick the side that you want and fight for your own reasons. And that was the sort of the story of Vanishing Point. And then in the first expansion set, Nemesis, some evil beings from another just another dimension decided they want to crash the party in your own home dimension, and they're basically just coming in to try to take over, and you're fighting them off. No big story there, just excuse to have bad guys to fight. So now we turn to the next leg of the story, which is Shattered Fantasy. And we mentioned that the multiverse has been shattered and it's been broken up. Well, we would like to know how is that affecting the fairy tale realms, because it turns out the fairy tale realms are real. They're not just fantasy. They exist. They're just separate from the normal human world. And now we're gonna get a peek at them. And as you can see in all the sets, the art style is a little bit different. This one we have what's called a dark Disney style, and illustrated by the wonderful Nevaeh Tolliver. And we're just gonna kind of just jump in. If you're not familiar with the game, there should be a link down in the description somewhere to the website where you can get all the info, but I think you'll pick it up as we play. So the first thing we're going to do is actually I didn't go into that. So that's Shattered Fantasy. The other thing I want to mention is the next expansion set is going to be the Wretched. And it's just more enemies from one of the levels of damnation, basically, are coming up to the surface world to wreak havoc, and we're gonna kick their butts and send them back. So one of the first things that we're gonna do, these are the Nemesis cards. We're gonna shuffle these up. And let me zoom out here. This is the main board where we're going to be playing for the solo mode here, although we can play multiplayer. This is set up for 4 players, although I'm going to be playing solo, so I'm just going to be in this blue section here. I have this card in my hand that I can actually just put to the side. It just shows how we can change some camera angles, which I'm not going to play with that, but it is also a reference sheet that we can use here. So let's back up here, and the first thing we're gonna do, we're gonna shuffle these Nemesises, and we're gonna draw one random one, and this is gonna be the Nemesis we're gonna face, and it is Zoranok. Let's zoom in this a little bit. Zoranok, he is the diabolical archdevil. He has an ability called Ongoing. All minions have 1 extra health but receive 1 extra damage from non-combat sources. So that's gonna be tough. So we want to dish out as much damage as possible against this guy. And his story is in the depths of the abyss, devils have some measure of order and bureaucracy. Zoranok practices diplomacy with the end of his spiked hammer. So basically, he's just a very powerful demon, and he's just calling up all kinds of nastiness onto our world, and we're gonna go ahead and fight him back. So the next thing that we're gonna do to set up is we're gonna take these minion cards. We're gonna actually shuffle these up, and we're gonna split them into 4s. And we're going to just take one of those stacks of 9, and that's going to be his deck. And there's no set spot for it, so we're going to put it here. And I got a peek at one of those cards, so we're just going to go ahead and give this a couple more shuffles. And actually, I'm just going to slide this over here. This will be his draw power. That will be his discard there. Actually, maybe I'll just do it over here. Right. This whole thing is a work in progress. You actually may see some error messages pop up. It's just this is all not completely final yet. All right, so that is the setup for the Nemesis. He's got his 9 cards to fight us, and we know who we're facing. The only thing we don't know is we don't know the contents of his minions deck, so it's all going to be a surprise. And now we're going to go ahead and shuffle here. We're going to shuffle these entities, and we're going to draw 2, and 2 of these we're going to pick for our deck. So we have Santa Claus. He has a tactical ability. Look at the top card of any deck. You may reset it. He is the Winter Warden, a good but fearsome spirit of winter. He keeps the natural balance of the fantasy realms. However, his wrath against those that would destroy the natural world is unmatched. And then we have the Wizard of Oz, a technomancer lich, a scientist trapped in Oz for centuries. He prolonged his life through magic and technology to one day escape. The Emerald City is secretly a power reactor that fuels his magic. And his ability is reaction. When you reset a card, you may select 2 of your cards in play and move 1 damage from one to the other. And that's really good because in this set, we're gonna reset cards kind of often. I mean, you want to reset cards a lot anyway, so he's a way to sort of manipulate damage on our cards, whereas Santa Claus can look at the top of any deck and reset the card. So we can look at our own deck and make sure that we can prevent us drawing from something we don't want, or we can look at the bad guy's deck and kind of prevent something bad going on. So, hey chat, do you guys have a preference of who you want to see? We want to be able to do a lot of damage. Neither of these guys help us to do that. But the Wizard of Oz could help us basically stay alive longer. Or certain characters alive longer, where Santa Claus would just improve our draws or prevent really nasty things from happening. So right now I'm leaning towards Santa Claus. I do want to play test it anyway. This card has been going through a lot of iterations, so I think we're gonna go with Santa Claus here, and we'll put him in our entity spot. And then the Wizard of Oz, we can actually, the backs of the cards are actually function as reference sheets. So, you know, that's something you can look at there. We'll keep it out there, even though I know the game pretty well. I am the creator of it. All right, so that is the first step of setting up for us. And then the last part is actually drafting our deck. So we're going to put our 36 cards here. We're going to shuffle these. And what we're going to do is we're going to draw 3 at a time, but we're going to keep one of them. And our picks, we're going to put them in this draft pick area here. Now, we want to bear in mind, again, we want to be able to... If we can get cards that deal damage, that's good. Although in this set, direct damage is not very common. So let's just go ahead and start. So we're going to draw 3 cards. And let's see here. We got the Cowardly Lion. He negates an attack. That card can attack this turn. Jabberwock is really good. He always rolls 2 dice in combat. So he usually wins fights. Which is good. And then Alice is actually really good. This is actually Alice in Wonderland. Alice, the Vampire Hunter of Wonderland. This card may make a melee attack against any position, and her melee attack is pretty good. So I think Cowardly Lion is the one we want least. Negate an attack. That card can attack this turn. Yeah, we don't really need to negate attacks. We want to like deal damage. So they're both really good here, but let's go with the Jabberwock here, and I'll put him there. And now when drafting, a little pro tip is there's 3 different card types. There's red, which is power, green, which is talent, and blue, which is skill. And you kind of want to aim for getting 3 of each. And then if you look at the numbers at the bottom, like Alice here has a 4 and a 2, that's her melee and her flank attack. You want slightly more flank cards that are good at flank than otherwise. So like in this case, this may be the only red card that we want to take with a good melee attack. The others, we want them to be better in flank. All right, so we're just gonna go ahead and discard these, and those are gone. And we're gonna draw 3 more cards. And chat, feel free to chime in on any of these picks. But unless I hear anything, I'm just gonna just pick what I think is best. So we got Captain Hook here. Draw a card or reset a card from your hand. That'll be good for helping us cycle through our deck. Bloody Mary, select the card and play. May switch his melee and flank values until the end of turn. Just a good combat trick. And the Cheshire Cat, negate a card being played and reset it, or put it back into its owner's hand if their deck is empty. That player can still play another card. This could be useful along with Santa Claus's ability here, to look at the top card of a deck. So maybe with this we can like really control what the enemy's doing. Otherwise, Bloody Mary is the other one that I'm looking at here. Captain Hook is nice because Captain Hook is good in flank and melee. So I feel like right now it's between Captain Hook and the Cheshire Cat. Oh, somebody put a big cat face, so we'll go with Cheshire Cat, and he's better in melee. He's better in melee than flank, although there's something else to consider here, because something new in this set is trigger cards. So Cheshire Cat has a trigger ability. This means that to activate that ability, it's activated from my hand, and when I activate that ability, this card goes to the bottom of my deck, meaning I could probably activate it again in the future, which means that I probably won't be putting this card in play. So that's the sort of give and take on this card. Like, you know, it's a powerful card, but you got to keep it in your hand. That means I'm sacrificing presence on the field. So anyway, we'll see how that goes. But all right, we want Cheshire Cat. That's 3 more. We got Bigfoot, another trigger card. Now, another pro tip, you don't want to have too many trigger cards in your deck. I would say no more than 2, because it can get unwieldy. It'll be hard to play them. So Bigfoot is when your opponent announces an attack, all your cards gain +1 to their die rolls. This turn, opponent must attack with at least 1 card after this trigger. Now, this is particularly good against the Nemesis, because the Nemesis always attacks and always attacks every chance they get. So this would be quite powerful. Let's see. The Tin Man, you may place 1 damage on any card in play. After you do, place 1 damage on this card afterward. This would be good against Zoroark, because they receive 1 extra damage from non-combat sources. So Tin Man would actually do 2 damage. They're both really good. And then we got Cinderella here. Automatically kill the card that's killed this card, then place 1 damage on one of your cards. So she's pretty good. Basically, when she dies, she takes something with her, although she's, you know, burns one of our guys. I'm leaning towards Tin Man because that's a very... I do take a damage, but I'll do 2 damage, which often enough will be enough to kill something. Yeah, let's go Tin Man, I think. Cinderella is quite good though. Tin Man's red. Yeah, he's a red type that's good in flank, so we'll go Tin Man. That's actually a good one there. That works. That'll be fine. The others are good. It's very hard. All the cards in the game are good, so all right, we got Rapunzel here. Select the card and play, and reduce its melee and flank values to 0 until the end of turn. I love her flavor text. Unjustly incarcerated in a horrible insane asylum, her hair became a living weapon for her revenge. So instead of trapped in a tower like the fairy tales, she's trapped in a insane asylum. All right, so she, with her, we have a good chance of killing a card in 1 turn because we reduce its values to 0, so it should lose in combat. We have Tinkerbell here. If any damage will be removed from 1 or more cards and negate the effect, you may remove 1 damage from any card in play. That's okay, but we don't know if Zoroark's going to be healing much or not. And Dorothy, when she kills a card, if it is my turn, this card may attack again. That's quite powerful. So we're between Rapunzel and Dorothy. I don't think I want Tinkerbell. Let's see. Rapunzel is a green type and Dorothy is a blue type. We have not taken a blue card yet, so I think I'm leaning towards taking Dorothy. Although Rapunzel is quite good too. Let's go Dorothy. That's potentially quite powerful there. She's good at flank, so we'll put her over here. By the way, these spots where I'm putting these draft picks, there's no order to you. Do it however you want. I just like to put the melee ones up front and then the other ones back, if that makes sense. All right. We got 3. Yeah, a lot of people agreed either Rapunzel or Dorothy. It's just we have no idea if Zoroark is ever even going to have any healing cards, so it's not a real good pick against him. All right, we have Dr. Jekyll and Ms. Hyde. Play remove 1 damage from any card, so that'll heal one of our cards. And when it dies, place 1 damage on any card. Again, if we do that against Zoroark, Zoroark will take 2 damage. So that's already, I'm leaning towards that. We've got Beowulf here. This card gains +1 to its die rolls if it performed a switch this turn, which we can almost always make that happen. So it's almost like he's a 4/4, so quite good. And then we have Mulan here. Negate a play effect. The negate a card remains in its owner's hand. It cannot be used this turn, but another card may be played. Again, this is kind of like the Cheshire Cat, but weaker. We already have the Cheshire Cat, so I don't think I really want Mulan. And Beowulf is really good, but I think I gotta go with Dr. Jekyll, Miss Hyde. It's a healing effect and a damage, and it's a good damage against Zoroark. So, and she's a 3/3, so that's pretty good. I think we go with that. That's. I mean, all right. Now here's something to keep in mind as you're drafting. You gotta bear in mind the values of the cards you have in your deck. So that's a 3, that's a 3, that's a 1. Remember, we lose the game if we get to 10 points. That's still the case here. So we've got already 3. My rule of thumb is don't take more than 3 level 3 cards. So we do have 3 level 3 cards, so we probably want to avoid those now. All right, let's get our next week. We are drafting 9 cards. Man, there's Moby Dick here, who's a very powerful red type. When this card rolls a 1 on any die, you may re-roll it. But we already have Jabberwock, so that's fine. So we don't need Moby Dick, so let's go discard him. We get the Big Bad Wolf. This card gains +1 to all its die rolls if it has any damage on it, which is quite good. It can make him potentially a 5/3, which is quite good, but he is a red type that's good in melee. Again, we already have the Jabberwock to fill that role, so I'm less inclined to take that. And then we have Pinocchio here. Trigger: negate 1 damage being dealt to a card except from play and death effects. So when one of our cards takes damage, we can negate that. So being that I don't think we want the Big Bad Wolf, we'll go ahead and take Pinocchio by process elimination. So now that means, and he's good at flank, so now I kind of don't want to take any more green cards. We've got 3 green cards, and again, since we don't know what's in the Zoroark's deck over here, then I'd rather have a balanced deck than you know, leaning too much in one card type. All right, next 3 cards. Alright, we got the Loch Ness Monster, another trigger card, which I already have 2 trigger cards, so I don't think I want another one. But if one or more of your cards takes damage, place 1 damage on the source of the damage. That is pretty good, because against Zoroark, again, that'll do 2 damage. So... Sorry, my ear is itching me there. So... Could be good, but what do we have here? Pocahontas here. Anytime a card leaves this battlefield, you may draw a card or reset a card from your hand. That actually combos well with the trigger cards that I have, because the trigger cards go on the bottom of my deck, and with her ability I can cycle through my deck a little bit quicker. She's a blue type that's good in flank. We could use that. And then what do we have here? The Headless Rider. When you perform a switch with this card, you may select 2 cards controlled by one opponent and switch them per switch rules. That could be good against Zoroark. What is he? A green? Well, we don't want a green, right? We already said that, so we probably don't want to take him. I think we go Pocahontas here, even though I like the Loch Ness Monster. We'll go Pocahontas here. And what is she? She's good at. So now we want a blue card that's good in melee, and we want a red card that's either a 3/3 or better in flank, and then we get rid of Loch Ness Monster. Too bad. I like Loch Ness Monster, but I want to have a balanced deck. All right, we got Peter Pan here. Negate a play, reset, or trigger effect. The negated card remains in its owner's hand, cannot be used, so it just stops big nasty things. Very powerful card, but we already have 3 green cards. We already have 3 level 3 cards, and we already have 2 other trigger cards. So that means I don't really want that. We got a Little Mermaid here. Select an opponent's card in play. Has -2 to its combat rolls until the end of turn. We did say we want a blue card that's good in melee, so that is her. And then we have Red Riding Hood here. Oh, I hate passing on this card. This card gains +1 to its combat rolls for each damage on it. So she starts as a 1/3, which is terrible, but when she has like 2 damage on her, she's a 3/5, which is very, very powerful. But let's go Little Mermaid here. And we unfortunately have to pass on Little Red Riding Hood. All right, our last draft pick, and we want a red card, and we want it to be not a melee guy, basically. So draw, and we got the Scarecrow, who's a blue type. This card may make a melee attack against any card in a support position. That could be useful because Zoroark, with his minion having 1 extra health, he's probably gonna fill out his field. So that could be useful, but the Snow Queen here fits more what we wanted. She's a red type that's good in flank, and her play ability reset any card in play, so that can basically heal one of our cards by putting it away for a while or getting rid of something problematic from the opponent. And then we have Snow White here. In any order, select an opponent's card in play and deal 1 damage to it. Select one of your cards in play, remove 1 damage from it. Wow, again, against Zoroark, she would do 2 damage. But do we have any direct damage? We only have 1 card that does direct damage. 2 cards that do direct damage. I think I'm leaning towards... Well, we don't want Scarecrow. He's a blue type. That's melee. We already got that. We already have 3 blue cards, so I don't really want a 4th one. Although it can heal us. I think we go Snow Queen. She rounds out our deck and makes it a balanced deck. And her ability is quite versatile. Alright, so that's it for the drafting. We're going to take that. Let's zoom back out. We'll put this away over there. And we're going to take all our cards here. And now, oops. Let's group this together. Flip it. Shuffle, shuffle. Why is it doing that? Alright. Pick the deck up. Come on. Alright. And where's my draw pile there? Draw pile. Let's put some music on, by the way. Hopefully that's not too loud. Okay, so first things first, we're gonna shuffle our deck. I did that already. And we're gonna draw 4 cards. And we must reset one of them. Let's see here. Do we want Jabberwock? Well, we want Jabberwock. Tin Man, we may or may not want. Dr. Jekyll and Miss Hyde. Nah. Let's put the Tin Man on the bottom, I think. Yeah, because we already have a red card in hand. So we'll put that underneath there. And now we have a balanced opening hand. Red, green, and blue. Although we don't really want to use this blue one just yet. Alright, and that's it. We're set up, and the Nemesis always takes the first turn, and I'm pretty sure we shuffle this, so we're just going to draw a card here, and they're going to play it. Overload. Death. So when it dies, place 1 damage on a minion in play. One player must select and kill one of the cards in play. Oh shit. So that just kills one of our cards. Yeah. Wow. Alright. And he has 1 extra health. Alright, he does attack us, but we have no cards in play, so it basically does nothing. And it goes over to our turn. And what do I want to do here? Well, I gotta remember I can look at the top card of any deck and reset it. So let's see, he's a green type. He's good against blue. So Jabberwock is quite good against him. I need some cards to sacrifice, but let's go ahead and put Jabberwock out here. and we're gonna just go ahead and attack. There's no effects, so the blue dice are mine and the black will be for the bad guy. So let's see, a 5 versus 2, and I have advantage versus him, so 2 dice versus 1 die. So I got a 10 versus 6, so he takes the damage. He's down to 3. And do I want to reset a card? I actually think I want to reset Dr. Jekyll and Miss Hyde here. Yeah, let's reset that. And then at the end of our turn, we refill our hand, so we go to 2. And we got the Cheshire Cat there. Oh, shoot. Before that, I was gonna do this. So I'm gonna use this to look at the top card of any deck. I'm gonna use it on his deck, since I drew mine. Ambush Book. This card gets +2 to its combat rolls until the end of the turn. It's another green type. That's actually fine. I'll leave that there. Because I have a choice. I can reset it or not. Alright, so that was my turn. I refilled my hand. I gotta remember I should be using that tactical ability before I drew. So alright, the Nemesis goes. He's gonna draw a card. He plays it. Always plays cards. All the Nemesis effects are always top, front to back, left to right. So he's gonna play over here. Ambush Bug. This card has +2 to its combat rolls until the end of the turn. Actually, that might not have been that good, but anyway. Alright, so he has +2. We gotta remember that. Alright, the Overlord is gonna attack here. Again, the Nemesis is kind of dumb, so he always attacks whenever he can. So the Overlord is gonna attack here, and it has disadvantage. I have advantage, so 5, a 10, the same thing as before. So he loses that combat, takes the damage. And then the Ambush Bug is going to do a flank attack. Now, he has +2, so he has a 5 in flank versus my 1. So he should easily win that. Although, hold on, I have 2 dice, right? I always roll 2 dice. I forgot that. And he only rolls 1 die. So he got a 9, and I only got a 7. So I take a damage on the Jabberwock there. Yeah, this is okay. I need to draw some better cards here, though. All right, that is it for the Nemesis. So we'll go to my turn, and I want to be careful here. I do want to damage the Overlord. All right, so the Ambush Book is back down to a 3/3. What do I want here? Well, I would like to have a red card. So maybe I should have used the Cheshire Cat before. Oh, you know what? I'm going to use my tactical ability to look at the top card of my deck. Do I want to do that yet? Yes. It's Pinocchio, which I don't want. I'm going to reset that. Yeah, I'm going to reset that. Alright, so Santa Claus ability is used. He's good against blue types, so I don't want to use my blue cards. So shoot, I really don't want to put Pocahontas. Although, let's go ahead and put... I want to play Pocahontas. I don't want to sacrifice Dorothy, so let's put Pocahontas. If Pocahontas dies because of the Overlord, well then that's just it. And I gotta remember the Ambush Book does have an extra health there. Right. Do I want to attack here? Let's see. Pocahontas has disadvantage, so we don't want to attack. Yeah. So, Jabberwock. Does Jabberwock attack? Ah, screw it. Well, because if it dies, it's gonna... Nah, actually, this is fine. We'll attack with Jabberwock. And I get a 9 versus a 5, so he takes the damage. Yeah, Overlord doesn't really stand a chance against the Jabberwock there. He's got a 2 flank melee, so yeah. So he's probably gonna die next turn. He's gonna do a damage to the Ambush Bug and then probably kill Pocahontas, which is unfortunate. Unless I can do something better about it. So at this point, I don't want Dorothy, so we're gonna go ahead and reset Dorothy. And that'll let us draw 2 cards here. And we get the Snow Queen and the Little Mermaid. I would have preferred to sacrifice the Little Mermaid, I think. But alright, we go to the boss. He's gonna draw a card and play it, front to back, left to right. So this one's gonna go over here. It's a Swarm Soldier. Ongoing, once per turn, if one or more other minions in this battlefield receive damage, place 1 damage on its source. So we need to kill this first, basically. Otherwise, it's gonna be damaging our cards, which is really bad. And so there we go. Sometimes this spot doesn't spawn the health bar. All right, so this is bad. So what do we need against this guy? We need our blue cards, which is gonna die right now. That's unfortunate. Alright, well, Overlord attacks. Maybe I should not have attacked with Jabberwock before. Overlord attacks. He's going to attack the Jabberwock here. And this is bad. Unless he wins this. He's got a 6. And I got a 9. So I kill the Overlord. So death. Place 1 damage on a minion in play. We're going to put that damage on this Swarm Soldier, because we need to kill that right away. And oh, that's a non-combat source, so that's gonna take 2 damage. Thank you, Overlord. One of his eyes, basically his eyes shoot like death rays and stuff like that, so one of his eyes shot him. But it's gonna kill something of mine. I don't really want to lose Jabberwock because he's just so powerful, so it's gonna just have to be Pocahontas. Although, wait a minute. Because if Pocahontas goes down, then these guys are just going to be attacking Jabberwock is probably going to die either way. I might have to let Jabberwock be the one to die. But I'm going to select and kill one of their cards in play. Because if I sacrifice Pocahontas, then the rest of these 2 cards are going to attack the Jabberwock. Most likely win and then kill Jabberwock as well. So I think we let go of Jabberwock, and then what do we have to replace him? Little Mermaid can come in. Boy. Alright, well, let's see. Order of operations. This died, so this technically happens first. We do get to use our ability roof. Any card, you may draw a card, reset a card from your hand. You know, I could have Cheshire Cat that Swarm Soldier. That's what I should have done. I forgot that I had it in hand. Let's just draw a card. Give us more options. And then I have to sacrifice something, right? If Pocahontas comes up here, the Ambush Bug has advantage versus her. She'll lose the Ambush Bug, but probably win against the Swarm Soldier. So, alright. This hurts, but he's got to go down. We're at 3 and they're at 2. Alright. This has to come up. Although I screwed something up, actually. Here's why we playtest stuff. So we do have to back up a little bit. So he was down to 1 health. When Swarm Soldier came out, he has a higher melee than his flank, so he would have actually switched positions and gone up here. And then what did I roll? And then he would have been the one to attack the Jabberwock. Let's reset this here. Jabberwock was down to this. We want to make sure we do this right. So that's a new rule, actually, is that when Nemesis minions come into play, if they have a higher melee, they move up 1. So he would have been the one to attack. So what was our die rolls? So I rolled 4s with the Jabberwock, so he had a 9, and then I rolled a 4 for the Swarm Soldier. He would have had an 8. So the Swarm Soldier would have taken a damage there, putting him at 3. This is the correct way. So that would have happened. The Storm Soldier would have attacked. And then the Ambush Bug would then attack the Jabberwock. He has disadvantage. Or rather, the Jabberwock, you know, still rolls 2 dice. Jabberwock got a 7. Ambush Bug got a 5. So a damage to the Ambush Bug. Once per turn, one or more other minions better receive damage. Place 1 damage on its source. Alright, so I just realized now that this card is broken. So this, because that would, let's play it as written. But this definitely needs a change here. That it should probably be non-combat sources. Is actually the intent there. But we'll play it as written. Let's play it out. All right. So Jabberwock, even though the Jabberwock did a damage to him, he takes a damage here, and then the Overlord here is going to attack Pocahontas. And does he have? He's good against blue, which she is, so he has advantage. So he has a 4. He's got a 10 versus my 8. So Pocahontas takes a damage. Alright, that is it for the bad guy. It goes over to me. And I need to kill this Swarm Soldier. Pocahontas has the best chance of just outright killing him. I could put Tin Man. Tin Man is good against green. So let's do this. Let's go Tin Man here. You may place 1 damage on any card in play. So I'll place it on the Storm Soldier because of Zoroark's ability. He takes 2 damage. And then I put 1 damage on this card. And then let's use Santa Claus ability to look at the top card of this deck. It's a mercenary. If this minion is killed in melee combat, the player that killed it may put it into their hand. Frick, I want to keep that there. Wait. What is she? A red type? So we want one of our blue ones, right? For that? We've got that, I think. So that's okay. We can leave that there. Alright, so I played that. Let's do our... Do I reset anything? Not yet. Oh, shoot. I could have played Snow Queen to heal the Jabberwock. Yeah, but I gotta get this Swarm Soldier out of there. So, let's see. Tin Man. No. Pocahontas has the best chance against the Swarm Soldier, right? So, she's gonna roll to attack. Boom, boom. And she's got a 10 versus 8. So, that'll kill the Swarm Soldier. And he'll go into the Nemesis discard. So now they're at 2. These have to move up. Ambush Bug does slide up here. And that was Pocahontas. Then does Jabberwock attack here? Yeah, why not? Well, before I do that, let's attack with the Tin Man. Wait. I'm an idiot. I meant to switch the position of Tin Man Pocahontas because I wanted the Tin Man to attack the Overlord. So, who's good against him? Well, he's good against it anyway. So Tin Man will attack. He has advantage. So he's got a 4, 5 versus a 4. So I got really lucky there. Did a damage to the Ambush Bug. And then Pocahontas. Does she want to attack either of these? Not really. So we're just gonna chill out. And we've already played a card. I want to reset something. So let's go ahead and reset. Nobody. I really want to keep these. So we'll just leave it be. Alright. I end my turn. Nemesis goes. There's no start of turn effects. He's gonna play a card here. And this is the Mercenary. The Mercenary has a higher attack, so it's gonna switch positions with the Ambush Bug here. And yeah, if we kill her, we have the option of putting her into our hand. What's up with this music here? Let's switch this to something else. All right. They are attacking. So Mercenary just goes ahead and attacks. He's a 6 versus 5. She's so powerful. Look at that. A 6, but she's terrible in flank. But the Jabberwock still gets 2 dice no matter what. So I got an 11 versus a 9. So Jabberwock punches her back. The ambush book, again, the Nemesis will always attack, and they attack directly in front of them if they can. So the ambush book is going to attack the Tin Man, and what's that? The Tin Man has advantage. So ambush bug got only a 4 versus a 9, so ambush bug takes a damage. Oh, hold on, she should be up 1 because she starts with 4 health. Let's see. So that was the ambush bug, and then the overlord here will attack Pocahontas, and he has advantage. Yes, he does. And he gets a 6, and she also has a 6, so they do damage to each other. He dies, so place 1 damage on a minion in play. We'll put on ambush bug there. And then I have to select one of my cards in play. But technically this died. And then as part of the resolution, I react and I get to do this. Am I going to draw a card? I'm going to just reset. Holding on to this Cheshire Cat. Alright, we're just going to... We have 3 cards there. I'll draw a card. Dr. Jekyll, Miss Hyde is quite nice. And then because of the Overload's effect, she dies. She's going to go into my discard pile. And then the ambush bug dies here. And there's no other triggering effects from that. So that was a lot of stuff happening all at once there. Well, actually, wait a minute. Did I want to kill Pocahontas? That was a choice I had, right? Where she's at? She was at... Yeah, screw it. We'll keep Tin Man around. Alright. That, I think, completes my turn. Did I reset a card from my hand? Alright. I think, oh, this music. That music got, loud. Hey, Dayman, he's watching on Twitch, but came there to say hi. Thank you so much. Alright. Alright. I don't think I'm doing anything else. Alright, we'll go to the bad guy's turn. He's gonna play a card. It is a cultist. This card gains +1 to all its combat rolls for each damage on it. So it's like Red Riding Hood that we saw earlier. Alright. And again, he's got 1 extra health. We gotta remember to mark that. And so the Mercenary will go and attack the Jabberwock, which is not very good for him, but he still could win. With a 12, they will certainly win. I only got a 9. So she kills the Jabberwock. Jabberwock dies. And there's no triggering effects. This forces the Tin Man up. And the cultist is going to attack the Tin Man. And he is good against red type, which is what Tin Man is. So he's going to get 2 dice. So he is a 6. But I got a 10. I got lucky. So I deal a damage to the cultist. And that is it for Zoranok there. So we go. Again, I could have Cheshire Cat that. I keep forgetting that it's in my hand. That's one bad thing about playing solo with trigger cards. Alright. What do we want here? We need something good again. We want to kill this Mercenary. And I think Little Mermaid will maybe fit the bill. Alternatively, no. I could Snow Queen. I would really like to use the Snow Queen to reset the Tin Man and get that ability again. But we also have Dr. Jekyll and Miss Hyde here. Remove 1 damage from any card that can heal the Tin Man, and then when it dies, But what do we need? Right now we need to we want to try to kill this mercenary if we can. Although that cultist is worth a lot. He's a blue type. Do I have anything that's good against blue? Dr. Jekyll and Miss Hyde is. It's a tough choice here. Let's just go Little Mermaid. We'll put Little Mermaid here. And then select an opponent's card and play. It has -2 to its combat rolls until end of turn. I'll pick the mercenary, so she's just a 4 -2. And then we're gonna switch Little Mermaid and the Tin Man. Switch their positions. And then let's see. We'll have Tin Man go and attack the mercenary. And the Tin Man does not have advantage as far as dice, but he gets a 10 versus a 2. So damage to the mercenary there. What are they at? They are 5 already. So halfway to being defeated. But we're also at 5. No. Yes, we are at 5. And then Little Mermaid will attack the mercenary here. She does have advantage. And she got a 10 versus a 4. So damage there. We just got to do 1 more damage to him. And I think I used my Santa Claus ability. And I think I want to keep these. So did I use Santa Claus's ability? No, last time I used it was to look at the mercenary. So let's use it again. Let's look at the next card here. Sharma. Oh yeah, I want to get rid of this guy. Yeah. Alright. So we're just gonna put that up. We're just gonna leave that like that because I'm gonna end my turn. The boss is gonna go. He's gonna try to play this Orc Shaman, which is remove 1 damage from a minion in play, place 1 damage on a player's card in play. So it's the same as Dr. Jekyll and Miss Hyde. So we don't like that. So we're gonna go ahead and take the Cheshire Cat, and we're gonna negate the card being played and reset it. So that goes to the bottom there. This guy goes to the bottom. But it does mean they play a different card. And it's the Enchanteur. The Nemesis melee position card in this battlefield gains +2 to its combat rolls until the end of the turn. Ow! Whoa, that's bad. Alright. So the mercenary is at 8-2 right now. And then that's their card play. So mercenary is going to attack here. But Little Mermaid has 2 dice, so that's a good thing. So Little Mermaid gets an 8 versus not enough. So Little Mermaid takes the damage there. The cultist is going to attack Little Mermaid. They're both skill types, but he has a 3 versus my 2. So a 6 versus a 5. So Little Mermaid takes a damage there. And then the Enchanteur will attack the Tin Man here. She's good against red, which is what he is, so she has advantage. So she gets an 8 versus my 10. Come on. Sometimes this doesn't wanna... There it goes. Alright, so she takes the damage there. She's down to 3. And that is all the bad guys' actions. And it goes to me. My guys are still alive. So I think here I probably want to do Dr. Jekyll and Miss Hyde. That will let me keep... I can keep Little Mermaid alive, but why? Because she can stand up to the mercenary. And being green type should be good against the other 2. Yeah, so this seems good. Alternatively, if I went with Snow Queen, what does that do for me? Snow Queen will... Snow Queen will reset the Tin Man maybe, but then she's not good against anything on the field. So we'll go Dr. Jekyll, Miss Hyde. Remove 1 damage from any card. And I think I'm going to do that from Little Mermaid, so I'll heal her, keep her alive more. And then I'm actually going to switch... Am I gonna switch positions here? It doesn't really help that much. And I'm hoping that the Tin Man survives the turn. Yeah, let's switch these positions. We'll switch those positions. Keep Little Mermaid up front. She's still in my hand. Let's, real quick. Whose deck do I want to look at? Look at the top card of any deck, you may reset it. Let's just look at his and see what bad thing is coming. The Worm Face automatically kill this card. A player must discard a card from their hand. So that is horrible. It immediately dies, but then I have to discard something, so we're gonna reset that card. And hopefully not see it again. Alright, so we're done playing cards, and we switched already, and Little Mermaid is gonna attack here, right? She's got advantage. So boom, boom, boom. And she gets a, what's that, 9 versus a 10. So she loses that. Damn it. I guess I'll use the Tin. Do I want to use the Tin Man versus the Mercenary? Should win, right? So, yeah. Tin Man versus Mercenary. A 4-5 versus a 1. So Mercenary dies. I did not kill it with a melee attack. So she just dies. But that's fine, gives us a point. Forces this cultist up. And Dr. Jekyll and Miss Hyde is gonna attack. She's good against what? Let's attack. Let's try for the cultist. If the cultist dies, that puts us 1 away from winning. So I get 2 dice. I have advantage here. 3 versus 3, but I got a 9 versus 7. So damage to the cultist. And I think I'm done with my turn. I want to keep Snow Queen because I want to reset this Tin Man. Actually, I may want to... I can switch either one. Reset another one. But I think I want to reset the Tin Man and draw him again later. Alright, I am done with my turn. No start of turn effects. And we gotta remember the cultist has a bonus to damage now. This is gonna play a card here. It's a Demon Soldier. Play. Select a minion in melee position on this battlefield, ban it, then immediately play it back to the same position. This card does not affect itself. What's the ruling on that? So it basically heals it. That's not the worst thing in the world. Alright, so it bans this card, which basically technically removes it from play and then puts it back, which essentially heals it. Ban it, then immediately play it back into say this card does not affect itself. Okay, so it basically healed the damage from the cultist. And he is a 3/3, so he doesn't switch positions. And now the cultist is going to attack Little Mermaid. It's a 1 versus a 4, so he should lose that. There's no type advantage. So what does he have? He has a 5 versus my 6. So damage to the cultist. We gotta make sure, remember the Demon Soldier has 4 health. The Demon Soldier is gonna attack the Tin Man, and he has advantage. So he should win this. 7 versus a 10. Again, that Tin Soldier is so good. Alright, deals damage to the Demon Soldier. And then the Enchanteur is going to attack Dr. Jekyll and Miss Hyde. And Dr. Jekyll and Miss Hyde has advantage. So it's 5 versus much higher than that. So a damage to the Enchanteur. And the Nemesis is done. Goes to our turn. And oh, I didn't draw cards at the end of my turn. I should have drawn 2 cards. And I would have had Pinocchio at the ready, but I don't think I ended up needing it. Alright. Oh, I can use Pinocchio to keep Little Mermaid alive, but Dorothy here... Oh, she's a flanker. Alright, what's going on here? They're all blue types, so we want stuff that's good against blue, which is Pinocchio... and then Dr. Jekyll, Miss Hyde here, but I kind of want to keep Pinocchio in my hand. But alright, number one is we want to kill Cultist, and I guess kill the Enchantor next, because that'll give us the 10 points we need. Actually, it'll put us at 11. So hey, Kevin Miles, good to see you. Alright, is Tin Man doing anything good for us here? Nope, he's bad against everything. If I put Snow Queen, she's also bad, but she's got more health. If I put Dorothy out, she's just even with the rest of them. And then Pinocchio, no, I think I gotta keep Little Mermaid alive as long as possible here. So let's play. If we play Snow Queen, reset the Tin Man, and then just try to kill stuff. Alright, let's, because ideally I want to basically draw that Tin Man again later. So let's go at Snow Queen here. Hold on, I do have a choice here. I could put it here, and then when I reset Tin Man, she'll come up. Or I could put her over here, keeps her out of harm's way. No, I'll play her here. Alright, reset any card in play. I will reset the Tin Man, so I can hopefully get that ability again later. And then that forces her up there. And do I want to reset a card in play? Not quite yet. Let's go. Let's attack with Little Mermaid here. And she's a 4 versus 2. Yeah, definitely want to do that. So there's no type advantage. So 4 versus 2. He's got a 7. And he's got a 7 as well. Right? 5, 6, 7. So they would damage each other. However, I'm gonna activate Pinocchio here. Negate 1 damage to be dealt to a card except from play and death effects. That's not what's going on there. So he gets reset to the bottom of the deck. And I kept Little Mermaid alive a little bit longer. Alright, that was just a Little Mermaid's attack. And then the Cultist here, I mean, Dr. Jekyll, Miss Hyde, can she get to the Cultist? Is a 5 now. Ouch. But I get 2 dice. I'm gonna try it. I need to be a high number though. That's not gonna do it. He got a 10. All I got was a 6. So a damage to Dr. Jekyll, Miss Hyde. And then the Snow Queen here. I should have attacked the Enchantor. I'm dumb. Snow Queen, she's got no good attack here. So don't want to go for a Hail Mary pass. You know what? Let's go crazy. Because I'm ahead on points, right? Well, not by much. But I think I can afford a little bit here. So let's yeah. Oh, he's got 2 dice though. Never mind. He's got 2 dice and a higher number. That's terrible. Yeah, we're not gonna do that. We're not gonna do that. We'll just try to soak up some damage. Did I look at this? Use this ability. Look at the top card of any deck. You may reset it. There's only 2 cards here, which I know what they are. One is that orc, and one is the whatchamacallit. Let's use this. Look at the top card on any deck. Cheshire Cat. We'll leave him there. Well, actually, I'm gonna draw both these cards. No, I have 3 cards there. Let's. Dorothy's not really gonna come in that handy, so let's go to reset her, and that'll draw us 3 cards, and we'll get our trigger cards back. So that'll be my turn. All right, goes to the Nemesis. He's gonna try to play a card. He's gonna try to play that Orc Shaman, but I'm gonna go ahead and let's think here. The Cheshire Cat that. Remove 1 damage. You know what? Sure, go ahead and play that. remove 1 damage from a minion in play. We'll just heal this Enchantor, that's fine. I don't want that worm face to come out, and Cheshire Cat will keep him at bay. We can't hold it off forever. Alright, anyway. Cultist attacks to the Little Mermaid here. It's a 3 versus 4. So what do you got? 3, he got a 6, and I got a 7. Boom. She kills him. By the way, he has an extra health over here. So Cultist dies. He's at 9. The Demon Soldier is forced up, which brings the Orc Shaman up. And then the Demon Soldier will attack now. And they're both blue types. It's a 3 versus 4, so he got a 6 versus my 10. So Little Mermaid's just kicking ass there. And if she were to die, I can use Pinocchio to save her. Alright, Orc Shaman will attack the Snow Queen. And she has disadvantage. No, sorry, she has advantage. But he's dumb, so. Alright, he gets a 4 versus her. What's that? 7? So she damages the Orc Shaman. And then the Enchantor will attack Dr. Jekyll and Miss Hyde. And I have advantage. So I got a 9 versus a 9. Well, that's unfun. They both take damage. I could use Pinocchio to stop that, but it's okay. Actually, I think I win next turn. I play Tin Man and win, right? Yeah. I've got this in the bag. Alright. They end their turn. It goes to my turn. And literally, I just play Tin Man. I don't think it matters where I put him. I'll put him over here. You may place 1 damage on any card in play. If you do, place 1 damage on this card afterwards. Oops. Oh, come on. I hate that sometimes that happens. Their life meter goes away. So that's a glitch we gotta fix. Come on. Alright, well, we can always spawn objects. Components. Not marbles. I usually use these. We'll just use these. Bloop. Alright, so she had 2 damage on her. Alright, so he's gonna place 1 damage on himself, and then he does 2 damage on something else, which will just kill the Enchantor here. And puts her to 11, and then I simply just end my turn, because at the end of the turn is when the life totals are checked. And there it is. So we won. And what's the final score? 5-11. Again, most times you should win against the Nemesis, although with each expansion set the difficulty does ramp up a little bit. So yeah, there you go. All right, anybody have any questions so far? We got a few viewers hanging out. And yeah, so that's how you can kind of play the game strategically. There is some luck, right? I give you that. There is luck with the dice rolls, but you can really mitigate it by the positioning of your cards. Paying attention to the type advantages is really huge. This game is really about leveraging every little incremental advantage that you can get. No pun intended. And just paying attention to what's going on the other side of the field. Make sure that you're looking at what the abilities are, and especially against the Nemesis, they're kind of predictable. So use that to your advantage. You're meant to kind of beat up on them. And you will lose cards. You can't be afraid to lose cards, but you do want to try to keep your cards alive as long as possible. Although you will notice that there's only 5 slots to put cards in place, so eventually you could end up with a full board. And hopefully you saw also how you can use the ability to rifle through your deck, or cycle through your deck rather, multiple times to get back to these trigger cards, or these cards that are reset. So I reset the Tin Man not too long ago, and I was able to draw them pretty quickly. So because my deck was thinned out by that point. So don't forget that you can cycle through your deck pretty quickly and effectively, especially with these new trigger cards. So yeah, there's a few people still watching. Does anybody have any questions or anything like that? Anything they want to see? Yeah, and you got to see Fuzzy. You got to see. I don't think you had seen some of this other stuff. The new Nemesis cards. Uh, so definitely ramped it up with some more gnarly effects. Like this worm face is just freaking epic. Automatically kill this card. So it kills itself as soon as it plays. But look at its flavor text. Anything that sees a worm face instantly dies. Even themselves, if they ever see their own reflection. So basically, it saw its own reflection, dies, but then it kills something, right? You caught a glimpse of it too. Is the idea there? And we will be doing more live streams, so you can see more of the cards and as we play test this stuff. Actually, in retrospect, I think that where is it? This Swarm Soldier actually was powerful, but not so bad. We were able to deal with it. It potentially was going to be able to unleash a lot of damage on us. So it's pretty crazy. Once per turn. Oh, that's a once per turn. I didn't even pay attention to that when I was looking at it before. If one or more other minions receive damage, face 1 damage on source. So that's not as bad. I'm glad past me is smarter than present me. Because I proactively put a limit on that, so it's not as broken as I thought. So alright guys, so that'll be it for now. That's tonight's stream, and we'll be looking to do this every Tuesday, 7 p.m. Eastern time, although I may stream whenever I get time, and so there'll be extra streams mixed in. Just subscribe to the YouTube channel or follow on Twitch so you can get the notifications, because right now there's not really a set time slot other than the once per week Tuesdays is gonna be a thing, and then hopefully I'll be doing more stuff in between. Alright, so that'll be it for now guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you soon.